While being polite is just an action and a thought, being kind is a character trait, a reflection of one's inner self. At first when we met, S was very socially awkward and noticeably uneasy in public. I was friendly toward her, even though she made a lot of us uncomfortable because she was quiet and seemed to never blink. She was always there, sitting in the corner during dorm meetings about Adderall, and alone at the end of the row in chapel, listening to a eulogy for the dead fourth former. That's all S would do, listen. She never talked in class, even though she was getting the best grade, and silently stared at her plate during formal dinner. But even though she was around, no one seemed to really notice her. Instead, she was disregarded as the typical outcast, someone not worth or able to be communicated with. I followed the opinions of everyone else because I thought it would be difficult to interact with her, even if I had actually wanted to. In class, in October, she said her favorite film was Dead Poets Society, which was mine also, so I then began talking to her. At first, it was mostly casual conversation, but later she told me about her unloving family, too caught up in their jobs to really pay attention to her. I didn't think it was too strange, because a lot of my friends were like that. It seemed like 80% of us didn't even want to be there. Then she told me about how her mother was depressed, and how she didn't understand why no one liked her, and how she always felt alone. But S and I were just acquaintances, so I didn't think too much about it. It was in late December, the dregs of winter, that S said she wanted to die. It reminded me of my friend, who had killed himself in November, how it felt looking out his dorm room window and seeing him there. That was when I decided to stop just being polite to S and to actually spend time listening to her. The change in feeling was small at first, but then noticeable. Sitting next to her during her counseling meetings, introducing her to people, and walking to her bus before breaks, telling her not to worry. When I started being kind to her, S helped me too. She forced me to study, to stop skipping everything, to not do dumb things even if they were thrilling. It used to be symbiotic, but then we helped each other. Previously, I equated politeness with kindness, when in reality, being polite is a surface-level behavior, while being kind goes deeper into one's emotions. It was difficult for me to separate between the two, but once I did with S, I realized that it was beneficial to me as well as her. Kindness is what creates human relationships and is important to the individual as well as to society.